Baron assistants, we're going to introduce the players from JFK High School. So we have Kennedy Mustangs. We have number 1, Shrestha Nitin. Number 3, Amatola. I'm going to just go on first name just because that was a tough last name for me. Number 4, Krishna. Number 5, Victoria. Number 11, Sierra. 12, Mahi. 13, Sia. 15, Sydney. 16, Krina. 28, Sarah. 34, Esther. And 35, Vita. And 42, Palak. And Marlena, how about you introduce our Barons?
So we have number 1, Sam. Number 3, Victoria. Number 5, Gabby. Number 8, Madison. Number 15, Aviva. Number 18, Samira Rosario. Number 23, Ashley. Number 32, Samira Ortiz. And number 97, Laura Tobias.
All right, and if you guys were here for the earlier game, you would have seen the Mustangs take down the the Barons take down the Patriots in 2 sets. And now we're starting with a fresh game here. And right now, I got to say that the Mustangs definitely have some height advantage with number 15, Sydney Vagood. She gets it honest from her dad.
Yes.
So now, I do see some other players that are not really tall. So if you're a smaller player and you like to play volleyball, what's an area that you could concentrate on? What position would be a good player for a smaller player?
Usually the back row,
Back row?
as if you're shorter, you don't have too much height to jump up forward.
So I have Marlena and it's Marlena, right?
Marlene.
Marlene?
Marlene.
Marlene. I have Marlene and Daniela. They're graduates, 2021 graduates of Woodbridge High School, and they played volleyball for Coach Jakovich, and they are helping me out.
Gabby. And that's an ace for Gabriella Viali.
So she's got the jump serve as well. See the students coming in. Volleyball brings a lot of students out. Like there's certain sports that you don't see a lot of students out, but it's such a fast-moving sport, and it's a quick game.
Definitely tough to get bored with.
It's exciting though.
Yeah,
it really is exciting. That was the one thing I always liked about it because, you get in there and you see a lot of points very quickly, and sometimes you'd see some like great defense and good moves.
We have middle, Sydney DeVoe.
And there she goes. Sydney. Hit it where it ain't.
And we have number 34 up to serve, Esther. She usually has very good ball control over the years.
I see what you're talking about.
Yes.
All right, and you got the little. So when do you do the dance? Is it on an ace? Like when you do like that little, that boom type of thing? Is that like on an ace? Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
that's always cool. Yeah. It's like here we go again. Oh, and the crowd's getting into it too. Look
It's
at
definitely
that.
empowering.
Yeah. So it's like an end zone dance for a football player, right?
Yes, you can say that.
Everybody's getting into it. Oh, a little deep.
A little too deep and out. Back to the Barons.
But she was able to get the Mustangs up to 5.
We have Aviva.
And Aviva, who had a great game against Polonia, she really served very well. And there she
Great
goes.
serve.
A little deep.
A little too out.
Yeah. Looks like she mishit it a little because it sounded more like a slap hit than it was not a thud. Now, where do you want, when you serve it, do you want the bottom of the palm of your hand or do you want the center?
You definitely want it like the center,
Yeah,
right? Do the center, and then you kind of flick your wrist so it goes downward and not straight out.
All right. And do you, when you're in the middle, are you using your fingertips a little bit more? or do you just try to like just wind up and give it a good slap?
In the middle, in the front, or in the
Like when
back?
you're in the front.
In the front. They definitely say go for the fingertips
Okay.
most of the time.
Ooh, there you go.
And great push over back by Samira.
Samira.
So 6-5 in favor of the Mustangs.
We had
And number 28, Sarah.
A great swing to the back row.
So Sydney, who was providing that height advantage, steps out, and Sarah just replaced her, and they still have a
The height
significant
advantage.
height advantage there.
Definitely. Great pass by Samira on the other side. A little too far out for Maddie.
Wow, good play by Matt.
And Sarah into the net. Point Barons.
She went out of bounds, and really with the, I don't know, what do you call it when you hit it over your head?
Like a pass.
Like a pass. That was a great one. Yeah.
We had just had Ashley serve into the net. Point JFK.
So little known fact, I was a Mustang.
Really?
I'm always root for the green and white a little bit, except when my kids are playing for the Barons. You know?
Back row attack by Ashley. A little too deep. Goes out.
The Mustang crowd is getting charged up as the Mustangs are winning 9-6. And that was Krishna on the serve. Gets it to the back row.
A dump by Maddie Racket.
Sarah is just dominating. She's spiking and dunking like a center in basketball.
It's definitely tough. He's fast, very fast.
Yeah, when they can get on top of the ball like that, it's really, it's hard to get underneath it.
Gabby off the block. And JFK still has it in play. A little too tight. Maddie able to save it.
Here
They're
we
going
go
for that middle again.
Ah,
Definitely a great hustle on JFK's side.
right. I think Marlene has a great future in sports. For those of you at home, you make sure you put on Facebook or put some comments on YouTube.
I definitely wouldn't mind.
There, it would be fun, right?
Yes, fun.
I want to see you on ESPN and be a sideline reporter or be at the World Series. Danielle, you got to start talking a little bit more. They both have the best smiles in the world, though. They really do.
And then we just had that Sarah up to serve, served it out, back point Barons, and we have Maddie up to serve. Great float serve always.
And so what happens in that when the ball hits the ceiling? Can you play it off of the ceiling?
Yeah, you can.
You can.
Okay.
It definitely depends on the ref though, because we've had a couple refs that say
yeah.
don't play it off the wall.
Don't do it, right?
Yeah, definitely depends. And we had a tip, short push. And Barron's able to get it over. That one arm.
Wow. You know what I haven't seen called today is the hit rule where you hit the ball twice. What do they call
Or
it?
the doubles.
Like a double?
Yeah, I agree. I haven't seen any
remember-
call.
I used to see that sometimes. Some refs call that, or umpires call that all the time. What a nice pushover there, and a good effort by Palak.
It's Gabby serving.
Score is 12-10.
Definitely a great serve by Gabby.
Another one. That one just
Those are
took
tough.
a nosedive right at the end.
Those are tough to dig up.
And it's so hard to predict when you're in the back
Yes.
row to see if the ball's going to dive or not.
Yes, definitely my advice is stay on your toes and be ready to move because it's so unpredictable.
And then that's the result. You're trying to go for that little sinker like that, but then
Yeah.
the risk you run is
Into the
knocking
net.
it into the net.
I agree. Great serve. And a double.
So there's the
Girls
double.
yes.
I said it, and now I think I jinxed the Barons. Are there any gyms that you don't like to play in, that you just like, it's not a good gym for volleyball, or do are they all kind of the same?
I would definitely say Colonial's gym, right? It's just kind of tiny. And then we were so used to our Barron gym. It was huge, air conditioned, high ceilings, so it's easy to play the balls off.
I would agree, and I think that a lot of players probably say that about Colonia's gym for basketball too, because it's a real tight gym. But Colonia tends to use it to their advantage.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
they know the gym better than anyone. There's not as much room outside of the normal playing area for the volleyball, so I'm sure they know exactly where to put the ball. You hear the
JFK definitely thrives off this energy. I remember playing, and this would be like the energy you thrive off of.
They got a lot of school spirit here. It's really good, and it's great to see any of the kids stay after school to root for their classmates.
Yeah, definitely.
That was, I mean, coming out of COVID, that had to be something. Did you guys play on the team during COVID? Was that something that you missed out?
Yeah,
like
we
where
definitely
you couldn't
did.
have fans and everything?
It felt more like of a practice each game, honestly. Not really like so much school. Like we missed this energy.
This is something that we all look forward to, and coming back to the games. Great score by Kennedy, but coming back to the game, seeing the crowds come back out, seeing a lot of smiles, and just classmates enjoying each other's company.
I agree. These are the things you remember about high school, honestly.
Absolutely. And she called it in.
She called it in. Those are tough because you definitely have that moment of hesitation. Do I go for it? Do I not? Is it out? Is it in?
Oh, yeah.
It's tough.
Now, if it hits the line, it's in, right?
It's in.
Gotcha. So it's a lot like tennis in that aspect,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Nice job.
So close, almost over the net, but back to Kennedy for the point.
And it's students that judge the boundaries, right?
Yes.
So it's really the honor system, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Very true. Great hustle by Madison. Good push over by Samira. And going to that middle. Free ball.
All right, they're setting her up. And she gets it in.
Going to that corner.
Nice spike by Sydney. Mustangs lead 19-11. Coach PJ's calling a very wise timeout.
I agree.
He's 5 points from being, or 6 points away from this game going in the favor of the Mustangs. So he's got to collect his team and give him some words of wisdom. Now, what would he say during the timeout? Would he just say, play harder? Or would he say, like, hey, let's try something different? Or would he ask you guys questions about what you see out there?
Usually it would be, come on, girls, let's get the ball over the net.
Sometimes you just need a break, and then you'll see it, a little bit differently. So a timeout doesn't always have to be like a strategy play. It just needs to
play like a reset.
Let's break their rhythm.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. But definitely when Coach Jay would get mad, we would start playing so much better right after.
I can't see him getting mad. He was too nice. All right, so let's see if the Mustangs can capitalize on the serves that they've been getting here from Esther.
Wow, great play by Madison Racket.
Setting her up again. Okay.
And let's see if the Barons can put it down. That's a great block.
And even Gabby had to laugh because it got stuck right in between her legs.
That's so funny. And Esther is still serving.
Yeah.
Great serves. Those are tough.
So between her serves and Maddie's serves in the previous game, I'm wondering who had the longer run back there. But right now she's doing good. She's trying to close it out here.
But definitely great She had a definitely great,
Great run.
yeah. Great.
Yeah. Yeah, she's getting a pat on her back. And number 35 comes in. Vida comes in for.
Now let's see if Aviva can.
Oh, the first one goes right into the net. 22-12. Colonia, JFK Mustangs are smelling a victory right now.
And they called the double.
And do they look at the spin of the ball sometimes to detect it? Is that?
Yeah, that's definitely it.
It's usually a dead giveaway when you see it spin a little bit?
Yeah,
Okay.
usually the idea of setting it's to have it still when it's off of your hands, but as soon as it spins, it's considered a double.
Gotcha.
We have Samir with a good spot. Maddie pushing to a great spot.
There she goes. 23-14. Barons are trying to stage a comeback, but the Mustangs
They're fighting.
not going to be denied here. Let's see. 1 point away for the Mustangs.
We have Victoria with a great save. Maddie Racket pushed it a little too deep.
And that was served by Sierra, so she got that point, and the Mustangs get the win, 25-14. So what would you say about that one? What would you talk about Kennedy, how they handled that one? I mean, I guess it would have to be, who was it that was serving? Esther,
Yeah.
right? So she had a great run of serves, and they capitalized on Sydney's height and Sarah's height. Right? A lot of good plays there. So you think Woodbridge has a chance to come back and
I feel like
even the score?
they definitely do if they clean it up completely, get each serve over it. Kennedy has never been that team that you can make mistakes and still win, like sweeping them out without fighting. So definitely as soon as they clean it all up, reset, and be aggressive, they should be able to win.
All right. Let's see if they can get this score even. Yeah, we're going to take a break right now while they're in timeout. Don't go away, folks. All right, we are back. I'm here with Marlene and Daniela from the Woodbridge Barons, and we're watching the Barons versus the Mustangs. And the Mustangs are right now leading this series 1-0. Woodbridge needs to come back and get a win here, or the Mustangs will take home the victory. So we were getting the strategy before we took break, and let's see if Marlene and Daniela, if they could be coaches in the future, even though I have Marlene as being a broadcaster. But let's see. Let's see what strategy Coach Jay comes up with. And
Let's see if the Barons will fight back.
absolutely. And let me see. I didn't announce the head coach for. So I do see Coach Lagood on the sideline, so I imagine he's a volleyball coach. And then there's also Ryan Murphy is on the sideline too. And Ryan was a young man that I watched grow up in Woodbridge. He's a Baron.
Oh,
He's a
wow,
Woodbridge Baron himself, and he's helping out my Mustangs today.
And JFK is definitely taking advantage of Woodbridge hesitation towards the line, so they're pushing that ball deep.
Ooh, and I think I'm mistaken. I think Ryan actually was a
Nice.
St. Thomas Trojan. I think he went to
St.
St. Thomas.
Thomas. Also very good school.
Oh, for volleyball?
Yes.
Yeah?
Very. As you can see, the left hand, usually once you're a lefty, it's easy to push that way.
setting her up. And Sydney
With a good.
brings it home.
Wow, Sydney this season has 104 kills and has over 15 blocks. That's insane.
That is something else.
Definitely. And we have Sarah still serving for the Mustangs.
Sarah's rocking the cornrows.
Definitely.
We have Maddie serving.
Mahi and number 42, Pallet comes back in for the Mustangs. And Maddie, let's see if she can get something going for the Barons.
We have a nice deep free over. Let's see if the Barons can put it down. Definitely.
So I see 97 out there, or 96 out there, but not on the roster for Woodbridge.
I'm pretty sure it was a mistake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
they
it's
meant
Laura?
to put, that is her.
The Mustangs are running away with it right now.
They definitely are. They're taking charge.
And we have Sia Patel is serving right now. She's a lefty.
Yeah.
And that ball goes over with some velocity on it too.
For sure.
Yeah.
And Aviva able to get through the block.
And there's a point for Woodbridge, 6-2, and now we have Gabby serving.
Yeah.
A little too deep.
They're tough. On JFK side, we have number 42, Palak. I actually played club with her. She was a very good player. She was their libero.
All right, and the who was it? Esther is serving.
Has up to
Esther,
serve with
she
great
is serving
serves.
good. Look at her. Amen. And she does that little hammer dance at the end, like woo. You know, that's pretty cool. Mustangs are very much in control of this match so far.
They're tough. Sydney's always there to block.
See, I used to like when I used to see this a lot when my daughter played. One girl would fake like she was going up to spike it, and
Yes.
the other girl would come behind her to get a girl like Sydney up in the air.
And then
to hit
and she's
behind
laid
her.
on the block.
I haven't seen that move today. I don't know if that's
Definitely
like
a good strategy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is something that should be incorporated, especially when you have a blocker like Sydney in the front.
you
You
definitely
definitely
have
want
to do that.
to cheat her out a bit.
Yep. And she doesn't have to jump a lot either.
She really
you know?
doesn't.
Yeah.
That's definitely such an advantage being in the front while you're playing a sport like volleyball.
So Daniela, how is nursing going for you?
Oh, very stressful.
Yeah? What would you
Yeah.
say the toughest class so far that you've had?
Definitely biology.
Biology, yeah.
Bio labs, they're very long.
And there they go again. 10-2, Mustangs.
So they're tough. Sydney definitely gets all around the court, no matter who's hitting.
They're still serving.
Number 34, Esther, having a great serving game.
She really is, you know. She's also got a lot of support on that front line.
Right there. Let's see if Woodbridge takes advantage of this.
Let's hope Aviva.
Okay, Aviva had a nice run earlier today, but she's gone into the net 2 consecutive times. So let's see if she can get this one over the net.
Good.
That was a good eye.
God.
Sometimes in volleyball you throw the ball 2 forward, 2 backwards, and if you're able just to acknowledge that, you have another shot.
Nice,
Did
Aviva.
it stay in?
Yeah. Yes, that was a game ball.
All right.
And Aviva palms back up to serve.
See if she can get into a rhythm here, get her team back on track. Otherwise, this one's going to go in the books.
A little too deep. It's definitely tough when you're serving. When I'm serving, I personally look at like the open spots and see if I can get the ball there as best as I can. What do you look for when you're serving?
I don't really look for anything. Where the ball goes.
That was because that was the area you struggled in, right? So you were.
I didn't really struggle in it.
Oh, okay.
It was just.
Daniela had a powerful serve, definitely.
Oh yeah, you were a powerful server.
Yes, I would be scared on the other side when we
Oh,
would
boy.
scrimmage against each other. I'm like, no, she's gonna hit me in the face.
Nice!
Wow.
We have a kill from Ashley.
So did you ever have like the ball hit you like in the top of the head or something like that? Like where you were like, how did that happen?
Yes,
Oh,
so
man.
many times.
Really?
Many times. Samira being strategic, pushing that ball short, as you can tell. Great dig up by Palak. And they got called for a double.
So Woodbridge is starting to creep back into it. It
Little
scores
by
12-7.
And we have Samira up to serve.
Did you ever go flying into the net by accident?
Yes. I've gone under the net too.
And that's against the rules to go under the net, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Over the green line. Here,
Okay,
that would
gotcha.
be. And we have number 11, Sierra, serving. I believe she looks like their setter for the most part. Oh, wow.
Nice
Great
one-handed
play.
hit, and that was by number 23, Ashley.
They're definitely good plays to have, but it's tough to reset and clean it up. It kind of throws you off.
Okay. And she goes a little bit deep on this one. 14-7. Girls at Woodbridge are still a little charged up there. I don't think that they think they're out of this one, but
Definitely.
you know, Kennedy is feeling confident, so it's a good time out there.
For sure.
So when you guys were, did you make the playoffs at all?
We did. We went to
All right.
second round of states, right?
Yeah.
And I know I saw a couple of years ago, Coach Jay got coach of the division. He was like coach of the year for the division. I wanna say
yes.
maybe like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, he did.
And
Well
he's-
deserved.
And he's
Definitely
fairly
well
new to coaching volleyball. He's only been doing it for about 5 years now.
deserved. Wow, yes. Well deserved.
It's
Definitely.
all about how much time you put in.
The effort, yes. I'd definitely say Coach Jay, he shows he cares about his players on and off the court.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is something that just stands out.
All right.
This is definitely the point in the game where Woodbridge doesn't take over.
Soon
We
it's
can
gonna
foresee.
Yeah.
Wow, great hands by Samira.
Another great box. And that time it was by Sarah for Kennedy. Great block. And Sierra's having a nice run at the serving position.
Every time you say it.
I know. Sorry, Sierra.
We have Ashley Twerk, number 23, serving on the Woodbridge side. And Ashley's only a sophomore. She's, wow, very talented.
That was a good serve there. (16-9).
Wow, great serve and great pass by Palak. Great swing. Oh, wow, great hustle. Oh, they're tough.
Daniela, who was Who was a team that you knew that was just it was gonna be a tough match no matter what when you played them?
Definitely Colonia or JFK.
Okay, JFK.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crosstown rivals, they still
Always.
exist?
Yes.
And you guys know each other. Like when we were kids growing up in town, we didn't really know them because our youth leagues were still so very separate. But now, because a lot of the teams, there's a lot of crossover, you get to know each other.
Yeah.
And social media, you also get to know each
Very
other, right?
true.
Was it a friendly rivalry or was it a bitter rivalry?
A little bitter, I'm not gonna lie.
All right, okay.
But definitely they were a great team always.
Gotcha.
Every year as I'm still seeing, they always put up a show. So
Tough,
it's
but
very good.
you respect them, but you wanted to beat them.
Yeah, but you want to beat them. Yeah. Let's see if Gabby, with a roll shot, getting their setter out. Good idea.
Okay.
Free ball over. Let's see if Woodbridge can use it. It was a little tough.
She mishit that one. 20-9. Mustangs are closing in. They're on the other side of 20.
For sure. But I'm happy to see Woodbridge, at least they're trying new things. Other people are taking the second ball, which shows a lot of character. I like that. Great dig by Polak, and
Little
Sarah
drop
tricked
move
them out.
didn't go. Here's
That
one.
was a great
Okay.
spot. Great hustle by number 11 as well.
And Gabby was able to
Tip it
drop
over.
that one over.
We have number 96 or 97.
So Marlene, what did we say you were majoring in?
International business.
International. Are you working on any new languages or?
I already know sign language fluently. I definitely want to pick up Mandarin and see as well if
You
I
know sign language.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
sign language and Spanish as well.
What was the motivation behind learning sign language?
Definitely to connect with the deaf community, and a lot of the shows that I watched growing up always had like some deaf influence, and I was just always stood stunned. I was like, that's so cool. Like I want to understand what they're saying.
And do you have people that you speak to and communicate with regularly?
Yes, actually, I have a deaf cousin, and I feel like that definitely pushed me as well.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. So when I came out of college, one of my first jobs was as client service with Merrill Lynch, and I operated the TDD TTY machine. That's what you use to communicate with them. It was like almost like a typewriter, but this was back in the early 90s before the Mustangs. That was actually for the Barons. The Barons score on that one, right? No, that was the Mustangs. Sorry.
Great rally between
But
both girls.
it was very much like the way we text nowadays. So the
wow.
language, so it was only just the sound itself. The first time I ever wrote just you instead of writing the word out. And one of the things when you were done speaking to them, you would write SK, which meant stop keying. So don't continue to write anymore.
Oh, that's funny.
And then when you were done with the conversation, you wrote SK twice. Stop keying twice meant the conversation was over.
Wow, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I wonder if that's a machine that's still used in the. I would think that that's something that they probably still rely on because, well, maybe a cell phone.
Great block over on the Baron side. Wow, that's definitely interesting. There's something new every
Meanwhile,
day.
I'm giving our listeners a education on how to communicate with the deaf community.
Yeah,
But that's very admirable, and I hope you do
you.
something with that. That would
Yes,
be great.
definitely, hopefully.
You'll have to show me the sign to say goodbye or nice to meet you at the end.
Definitely. We have number 13, Sia, up to serve. She is left-handed. Wow, look at that power.
Went a little long, so the Mustangs are trying to claw back. I'm sorry, the Barons are trying to claw back into this, and they've got Gabby serving.
A little
Another
too
one.
deep.
You know, they're trying to get it over Sydney, and I think as a result, Sydney's altering their shots
Yes.
because they know if they hit it too close to the net, Sydney's going to block it right back out. And there goes Esther again with her serve.
Great pass by Ashley. Let's see if she can put it down. She was there to cover it. Always great.
Ooh,
Wow, great
nice
spot.
block. See, that's the timing that you have to get it over a taller player.
Yes, and always seeing those open spots definitely helps. And we have Victoria Olsen up to serve. Great serve.
Good serve.
And great up on the JFK side. Those are
That
tough.
was number 4, Krishna.
So admirable.
Made a great play to keep that in play.
And we can see number 42, Pollock, all over the place. She reminds me of me when I played.
Great save by Gabby.
Smart
Another-
play by Ashley.
Oh! And Sydney comes in for the kill. They are 1 point away from sweeping the Barons. And Sydney,
This is definitely
fittingly,
tough. Last
is
point.
serving,
Oh,
and just like
she got
that,
an ace.
they really played a complete game, I would say, by the
For sure.
Barons. And hats off to them and to their coaches. And the Barons fought back, but it wasn't
Definitely.
enough, unfortunately.
Great job on both sides, but JFK is always the team to watch out for. They always come with the energy, and they will capitalize off the
So
mistakes.
now the Mustangs are going to play the Patriots, all right? And I'm going to leave you girls. So I want to thank you very much. It was so nice getting to know you.
Likewise,
And
thank
Daniela,
you.
make sure you're a good partner to Marlene and give her some material to work with, right? You know?
For sure.
All right. Well, listen, thanks a lot, and this was great. Congratulations to the Barons, Mustangs, and Patriots. And girls, we're going to take a break, and when you come back, you're going to have Marlene and Danielle take you home.
No problem.